Plumbers carry out work on metal water surfaces on a day-to-day basis, repairing, replacing or installing pipes. What you may not know is that sometimes the metallic pipe can become live due to an electrical fault or because electrical earthing has been connected to the plumbing pipework. If the pipe is cut or disconnected, the worker could receive a serious or even fatal injury.
The safety of workers in the New South Wales plumbing industry is paramount. And to that end, the Master Plumbers Association in New South Wales, MPAL and WorkCover have a long history of collaboration to protect the safety of plumbing workers. This video has been developed to create a greater awareness about electrical safety within the plumbing industry. Your safety is critical, so it's important that you follow the correct safety procedures at all times.
It's important that you always follow the correct procedure when working on metallic pipes. This video will show you how to do this in the following steps. Safety equipment. Before commencing work, you should have a toolkit containing insulating electrical gloves, 2 sets of bridging conductors and a plumber's voltage monitor, PVM. It's your responsibility to test and use this equipment correctly before starting any work so you can create a safe working environment. You are required to test for voltage before commencing any work. If voltage is detected, you should report this to your supervisor, who will contact the local electricity supplier. Before starting any work, you need to first inspect and test your pair of insulating electrical gloves to ensure they are safe to use. Your first step involves conducting a visual inspection of the insulating electrical gloves. Look for any trace of physical damage or deterioration to the gloves, such as holes and tears, softening, hardening, stickiness or sun damage. After the visual inspection, it's time to test your insulating electrical gloves by tightly rolling each one up from the base of the glove up to the fingers. It helps to then put each glove to your ear so you can feel any loss of pressure or air escaping through the gloves. This testing is important because it will help you make sure your gloves are safe to use when working. If you find any air holes or tears in either glove, then they are not safe to use. No work on site can begin until you have a safe pair of gloves available to use. When you are not using the gloves, keep them stored in their protective packaging and locked away in your toolbox. Your gloves should be replaced every 12 to 14 months. You now need to inspect and test your set of bridging conductors. This second step involves looking at the bridging conductors. The bridging conductors should have 2 tags, a monthly inspection tag and a yearly test tag. If the bridging conductors don't have the 2 tags, contact your supervisor or safety officer so new equipment can be arranged. Check the bridging conductors are clean with no damage to the cable or clamps. It's also important to clean your bridging conductors after every use. Always remove any oxide, dirt or mud from the surface of the clamps. This will help you make sure the conductor is securely attached to the pipework when you're ready to start repairs. After the conductors are visually inspected and found to be clean, you will then undertake a test to make sure the bridging conductors are in working order. This test is completed using your volt tester. First, check the tester is producing an audible tone. With the volt tester working correctly, you can now use it to measure the contact area from one end of the bridging conductor to the other end to ensure you have a continuous circuit. Once again, you will hear a tone, which means there is a safe continuous flow between the clamps and the cable. If you don't hear a tone, do not proceed any further. The bridging conductors are faulty and not safe to use. Contact your supervisor or safety officer so new equipment can be arranged. Putting on your insulating electrical gloves. The gloves comprise the inner layer, the insulating glove, and the outer layer. An alternative to wearing the inner glove is the use of powder, which helps to absorb moisture and perspiration and prevents stickiness. Simply sprinkle some powder on both the inside and the outside of the insulating glove before every use. Once again, this powder should be carried in your toolbox. Note, there are insulated electrical gloves that don't require either an inner or leather outer glove. sides of the pipework back to bare metal. This step involves thoroughly cleaning the pipework so the surface is bright and shiny. You can do this by using some emery cloth, which can be found in your toolbox. All traces of dirt and mud need to be completely removed from the metallic pipe before any work can begin. Attach the PVM as per the PVM work instruction to cleaned pipework. Use a low voltage meter to check for the presence of electricity by measuring between the metallic water service and a remote metallic stake in the ground. If there is any evidence of electricity, work is to stop immediately. If no voltage has been detected, you can proceed with attaching bridging conductors. To attach the bridging conductors, you'll need to start from the water main side of the work area. With your gloves on and the pipework now cleaned back to bare metal, you're ready to attach your bridging conductors around the work area. During this work, if you reach over the pipe to apply the bridging conductors, you must be aware of the pipe at all times. Do not touch the pipe until the conductors are installed. With the first clamp tightly attached to the pipe, you may then begin to attach the second clamp to the customer's side of the meter. Once again, screwing the clamp tightly is very important to ensure good contact has been made around the pipe. From this point onwards, you can now follow your safe work method statement and begin repairs within the area secured by the bridging conductors. Once you have completed the main to meter repair, it's time to recharge the water service. This involves checking for any leaks around the meter or pipework and turning the tap back to ensure the service is fully operational. You should remove the conductors by starting in reverse order from the customer's side, then the water main side. You may then remove all your tools and equipment from the work area. This includes storing your bridging conductors, insulation electrical gloves and PVM back into your main to meter toolbox.
Safety on the job is everyone's responsibility. By following these steps, you will ensure that any potential electrical hazard is identified and controlled in a manner which will allow you to carry out your plumbing repairs safely.